Welcome back, everybody. This is the Lone Tonberry, and we're going to continue our journeys to the west in Black Myth Wukong. Same rules apply as last time. I decided to record two today, and I'm still feeling under the weather, so I probably won't talk as much again. I am going to try to. I am going to try to read some more of the journals, though. I don't want to fall behind on those. I don't want to start falling behind and then have to read a ton in a single video. I really don't want to make a single video of just reading them, or I can just not do them, but I'd like to read them because they actually seem to have some bearing on the story. But let's go ahead and do a couple now. What cheese? Okay. Longligu Ball. This is that big golden frog. With swollen belly, strange skills arise. A frog's croaks can summon thunder's cries. No long needed to call the breeze. In shallow waters, frogs' songs please. Here we must speak once more of that wandering Taoist. He passed through the kingdom of Hami, and ever since his encounter with the frog Gwai, he had made it his mission to hunt such Gwais. Far and wide he sought their traces. On a day he came unto a valley where croaks echoed, cackling with eerie flashes. Joy rose in his heart, and he hastened to the riverbank. There he set up a makeshift altar to subdue the Yaoguai in the river. Incense and candles were lit for the offerings. Then, with his cap removed and hair unloosed, the Taoist traced the three seals of power with vermeil cinnabar and drew the banishing sword. He mumbled them and muttered the spells he knew. Then his roar shook the air. Thus be Lord Lao's decree. With a flash of his sword, he snatched up a seal and flung it skyward. A plume of flame flared and vanished. The frog Gwai in the valley, startled by this commotion, sprang from the water. A great yellow frog clad in hues between green and blue, different from the last. The Taoist, uh, seeking the Yao, the Taoist, okay, the Taoist seeing the Yao guy. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not all here today. The Taoist, seeing the Yao Guai spring forth, swiftly lifted a second seal. It flared up in a trice, and a raging wind followed. As the third seal caught light, pealing thunder cracked from the lowering clouds. Both the Taoist and the Yao Guai were startled, hands flying to their heads. As silence fell, they looked up to see trees blasted and split, while the storm above broke and scattered. The Taoist froze, then scrambled to ready his brush for three more seals. The toad Guai, unhurried, drummed its belly. The sky stood unchanged, but with each stroke, a dozen shafts of golden light lanced down, each striking close around the Taoist. Tumbling and rolling, the Taoist could scarcely evade the beams of light. Then the toad Guai gaped its maw and spat out a swarm of electrifying tadpoles. No matter how the Taoist dodged, they pursued him relentlessly until he fled in utter rout. Alas, in matters of renown, it is common to judge power by the intricacy and grandeur of one's methods. There might be some wisdom in that. Like the Earth Wolf. On moonless nights, with winds that cry, the time for debts and vengeance nigh. In kind Yaoguais, place your trust, but wicked souls you must defy. There was once a general's son who served as a drill master in the barracks. Cruel and ruthless he was, and the soldiers trembled at his commands. Yet, out of respect for the general, they bore their resentment in silence. The drill master, who had a passion for hunting, kept a Chinese shigo, a slender hound. One day he went hunting with several instructors, but returned empty handed, much to his shame. He blamed the innocent hound for their failure and had it beaten to death. Jeez. The soldiers, who had been ordered to kill the hound, were much troubled in spirit. They buried the hound in a field behind the barracks, where many lingxi mushrooms grew, and gathered at night to chant sutras for the repose of its soul. One night, the drill master heard a dog barking outside the barracks. He sent men to seek out the source of the noise, but the barking ceased each time they approached, only to resume once they had returned to sleep. After a few times, the drill master lost his temper and went to investigate himself. As he stood in the yard, he felt the sound came from beneath the ground, and ordered his men to dig up the earth. As the soil was cleared away, the hound leapt from the earth, appearing as it had in life, but now adorned with thin tentacles, like the roots of some peculiar plant. The drill master, thrilled by this rare find, called to the hound. It recognized its master and bounded joyfully toward him. However, two hard, antler-like mushrooms had grown upon its head. As the hound leapt into the drill master's arms, these mushrooms pierced his chest, and he died then and there. Soldiers rushed to call the healers, shouting in panic and confusion. Amid the turmoil, no one thought to catch the hound. Later, no matter how they searched, they never found a trace of it. All right. The royal family of flowing sands. Yeah, this is the rat dad and son. A foolish son, a clever father. One plans ahead, the other rather. On the battlefield, no room for kin. The cunning father flees, leaving his son within. Excuse me. Whew. The kingdom of flowing sands had three pincers of the royal line. Princes. I'm sorry. The kingdom of flowing sands had three princes of the royal line. The eldest prince, favored by the king, was a renowned warrior for his valor in the battles against the Fuban. He was granted the title of valiant general, but later a shadow darkened his mind, clouding his reason and erasing his memories of his kin. Thus he was hidden away. The king was heartbroken. Luckily, two of his sons yet remained. The third prince, the youngest and the king's most trusted, was well versed in poetry and deeply fond of Buddhist teachings. He possessed both wisdom and strength. However, when the king issued the rodent reverence edict and executed those ministers who opposed it, the third prince left in protest. Wrath consumed the king, but one of his sons still remained. The second prince, though a man of great strength, was simple of mind. He was neither as skilled a warrior as his elder brother, nor as clever as his younger sibling. Of the three sons, he was the least favored by the king. Nevertheless, he remained by the king's side the longest. When the Yellow Wind King retrieved a mighty vessel and returned to the king of flowing sands, rallied to his banner with what remained of his people, hoping to reclaim his lost kingdom. The Yellow Wind King, short on men, saw the fierce spirit in the second prince and welcomed him and his followers into his ranks. But the Yellow Wind King had a tiger vanguard whose hunger for rat flesh required a fresh feast each day. When the Yellow Wind King retreated into his meditating seclusion, the tiger grew even bolder. Only the savage might of the second prince's hammer could give him pause from time to time. Much did the second prince sacrifice for his father, the king. Yet through all the perils and hardships they endured, the king of flowing sands never failed to bring the eldest prince with him and continuously sent minions to seek out the youngest. What thoughts dwelled in the heart of the second son, none could say. Yeah, we need to do the Black Bear Guai. I apologize. This one's kind of long, but we beat the Black Bear a hot minute ago. Anyway, we still haven't read it. The Black Bear Guai. In Guan Yin's grove, his greed won't cease. Southern tides bring no release. Schemes cloud his sight. On Bodhi Peak, he learnt life's worth in peace. In the purple bamboo grove where Guan Yin resided, life was usually tranquil. The Black Bear Guai spent his days eating bamboo shoots with aster and drinking homemade bamboo leaf brew. His days had become so unremarkable they almost faded into nothingness. One day, the Long Prince paid him a sudden visit with Red Boy, her servant. All right. Flustered, the Black Bear hastily gathered his dishes, trying to hide the mess. Long Prince rolled her eyes and asked, "Have you thought about the task Guan Yin mentioned to you a few days ago?" Black Bear Guai didn't answer. He simply retrieved a box out of the chest and handed it to the Long Princess. Red Boy snatched it and opened it. Inside was a transparent, honey-fried sugar sculpture of an immortal riding a lion, known as Lion Immortal Candy. Yesterday, there was a Dharma assembly. At the top of the feast, there was this exquisite and eye-catching sugar sculpture. I specially saved it for you as a token of my respect. Do you presume to understand my tastes? Keep this for the children. Hearing this, Red Boy lost interest and stuffed the box back into Black Bear Guai's arms. Only then did the Long Princess let out a contemptuous laugh. Cognizant of his blunder, Black Bear Guai mumbled, "I'm willing to serve, but my abilities are mediocre. I'm afraid I can't handle such an important matter." The Long Princess replied, Do you think we don't know that? Don't worry. There will be those fiercer and more ruthless than you leading the charge. No work, no reward. If it's a thorny matter, I might not be able to handle it. Guan Yin will attend to all. No thorny matters shall prevail. Do not try to fool me. Guan Yin instructed me to practice quietly here. Why would she intervene? The long princess wore a long face and said, How can you be so timid? This is a great opportunity. More people are vying for it than you could even imagine. Guan Yin chose you only because she wanted someone she could trust. Can't you see that? Black Bear Guai was speechless for a time. The long princess had run out of patience. So little ambition. Forget it, forget it. I'll let Guan Yin know. Dear princess, honorable princess, that's not what I meant. I'll go. Only when she saw the eager look in Black Bear Guai's eyes did the princess roll her eyes again. Leaving Red Boy behind, she drifted away. Seeing her leave, Red Boy hastily asked Black Bear Guai, What exactly is this task? I want to leave. Why don't you tell Guan Yin and take me with you? It's a matter of great importance, but as you just heard, Guan Yin didn't want you to go. Don't pester me anymore. I don't want to lose this opportunity for your sake. A few days later, Black Bear Guai had finished his preparations. Wielding a black tasseled spear, he was about to set off. Red Boy, who had been waiting outside the bamboo grove for days, hurriedly caught up with him and once again insisted on accompanying him. Contrary to his unusual manner, Black Bear Guai tried to persuade him. Red Boy, Guan Yin has instructed that you must stay here. Even your father has been pressed into service this time. Surely you can see how perilous it is. This is no laughing matter. He touched the encaging band around his head and sighed. To risk one's life just to remove a headband, it's not worth it. With that, he transformed his body into a black wind and swiftly vanished, paying no heed to Red Boy's desperate shouts. Afterward, Red Boy waited for him outside the bamboo grove for a long time, but he never saw him return. Later, when Red Boy recalled, he realized that it was the last time he ever saw Black Bear Guai in Guan Yin's place. So Red Boy is a character from the book as well, obviously. Um, he's actually the son of one of Monkey's friends, King Bull Demon. I'm sure it would be King Bull Guai in the game, but he's the son of King Bull Demon and Princess. Is it Princess Ironfan or is it the other? He had a consort too, but I think it's the dog. I think he's the son of Princess Ironfan. But Monkey, after his journey begins with Tripitaka, he ends up running into Red Boy, but Red Boy doesn't know who Monkey is. Monkey doesn't know who he is either. But he realizes that, Red Boy is actually the son of one of my buddies from 500 years ago. But yeah, it doesn't really go well. But Guan Yin intervenes and takes him into her service, just like she did the Black Bear. Which is obviously they met during their service. Okay, this is the last one, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. Keeper of Black Wind Mountain. A kind face veils his virtuous light. The benevolent eyes mask his might. To the one he grants a wondrous spell, for that the story has yet to tell. As stated in the celestial laws, a keeper has the duty of observing the living beings in his domain and nurture the soil and streams. That day, as the keeper of Blackwind Mountain made his customary rounds on the hills, tending to mortal concerns, he saw an aged Taoist drawing near from a distance, a vestment embellished with stars, a herb-gathering basket plated from verdant creepers, a fishing drum tapped in his hands, and a song about the lofty moon. In just a few steps, he glided his way to the keeper. The keeper looked closely and was sure that they had never met. But judging from the Taoist's white hair, vibrant face, and bright eyes full of authority, the keeper knew he was no ordinary mortal. Hastily, he greeted the Taoist. Taoist master, this humble keeper pays his respects. The old Taoist nodded slightly and passed his basket to the keeper. The keeper took a look and saw that the basket was filled with rare and mystical items, as well as miraculous herbs. He couldn't help but be startled and asked, "How can a humble keeper accept such a generous gift?" The Taoist smiled and said, "I was just passing through this place, but I knew that soon there would be a great upheaval in this mountain. I thought the items in the basket would help you weather the storm for a while, so I came to visit." "What made you say this, sir?" "I have an old acquaintance with a bad temper. Although he has amassed a treasure of merit, I worry that with his arrogant nature, he shall find it impossible to stay out of trouble. I fear he will bring great disaster upon himself again. The keeper thought carefully and said sincerely, "What can a humble keeper be of help?" Seeing that the keeper was quite astute, the old Taoist gestured for him to draw near. He leaned in and murmured something into the keeper's ear, then instructed, "If you chance upon him in the mountain, pass on these 2 spells. I cannot reveal myself, hence I rely on you to teach him, as a means of honoring our bond." They're talking about Monkey here, that he's going to cause trouble again. But who is he bonded to? Oh, I apologize. Forgot to put my phone on. The keeper was immensely grateful and bowed deeply in appreciation. The old Taoist returned the bow and was about to leave on a cloud. The keeper hurriedly asked, "May I inquire, Taoist master, from whence do you hail?" By the time the keeper spoke, the Taoist had already vanished into the distance. A leaf floated down from the sky, its scent faint yet distinct, its tip extremely slender and long, a Bodhi leaf. In that moment, a revelation dawned upon the keeper. He bowed and paid his respects to the desperate silhouette until the clouds and mist obscured his sight, then turned to depart. I wonder if that's Trippy Taka looking out for Monkey. Because Trippy Taka is a Buddha at this point, right? Yeah, he became a Buddha. Alright. That was a lot of talking, I apologize. That was 15 minutes of reading. I keep trying to look at a map that doesn't exist. This is where we fought the rats, yes. Okay, so I wasn't quite... this looks like the right... Oh, I can't progress. That's right, I have to go back anyways. Because I need 2 items, it sounds like. Whoa! What was that? Oh, of course. What? There we go. Ah, so he can knock me out of it? Man. That sucks, and you will use it. It takes a long time for him to fire anything. I don't know that that's actually going to be that useful. Let's go back to the Earth Wolf and test him out. I can't even do it right now because I'm out of might now. But I'm wondering if I should go backward or just keep going this way. It's a big door. It seems to be locked from the other side. Oh. Game took over for me. Oh, there's the father. Oh.
A life for a life. He must pay.
This game loves to just push boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. That thing's huge! First Prince of the Flowing Sands.
Son, your brother's gone. Help me and atone for your past now. No! Are you mad? Go and hunt the monkey. I'm your father.
Alright, I'm not super familiar with this story. I'm not super familiar. I'm not familiar with this story. Like, I don't know anything about this story. So I can't give any insight into this one. So I can avoid Oh, those are centipedes. Awaken wine worm. I'm gonna drink. Back. I hate wasting gourds before I get into a fight. Oh! What the heck is that thing? Just go ahead and do it now. Blaze bone. On the road, bare bones on display, flesh rotted, decayed, faded away, long gone, forgotten in name, his homeland lost in death's claim. In the land of yellow wind rages, where relentless winds raged day and night, the tomb mounds were often rich. God, I'm sorry, the way these are written is just it's poetic. At once it's poetic, and also confusing. They used I'm also misreading in some cases. Okay. In the land of yellow wind ridge, where relentless winds raged day and night, the tomb mounds were often ravaged by the mighty gusts, revealing the exposed bones, a sight all too familiar. One day, a hurried merchant found himself passing through Yellow Wind Ridge on an urgent matter. However, the villagers warned him of the terrible danger and refused to be his guide. After walking alone for hours, the merchant rested by the roadside eating his rations. It was then that he noticed a set of skeletal remains in the withered grass. The bones were incomplete due to greedy vultures and wolves. Were you slain by bandits lying here in this desolate place? Or like me, did you find no joy in life and chose to end it yourself? Jeez. Overwhelmed with sorrow, the merchant sighed as he looked upon the skull and wondered aloud. You now lie uncovered in the wilderness, and I can only imagine the sorrow your family must feel. Moved by compassion, he untied his bundle, weeping as he began to dig a grave to bury the remains. Suddenly, the skeleton sat up, startling the merchant, who fell to the ground and shambled backwards in fear. Using bony hands to support itself, the skeleton approached the merchant and pushed the bundle towards him. Astonished, the merchant cautiously accepted the bundle and resumed his journey. The skeleton followed him from a distance, and together they traveled peacefully for hours. Gradually, the merchant let his guard down and removed his inner shirt to drape it over the skeleton's frame. From that moment on, whenever a strange noise arose, the skeleton would guide the merchant to take cover behind rocks. With furtive glances, the merchant would then witness guys passing by the path. For several days, they continued on this way until the merchant finally reached the main road again. That was the moment the skeleton ceased to move. Grateful for its companionship, the merchant offered to transport the skeleton's remains back to its homeland. However, after a moment's hesitation, the skeleton turned and walked back into the swirling sands of the ridge. Perhaps it had already forgotten where it came from. I want to explore around a little bit before I go pick this fight. They love, like I said, they love putting fight after fight after fight. Fire bellflower, that's gonna light up. On the barren cliff, only it blooms, like flames dazzling in their brilliance. This can be used to make medicines. I think it's another one of those bone things. What are they called? Oops. Blaze bone. There is a path to get to it. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll pick this fight. Man, you get stuck in the animations for That did some damage. Woo. I like these big bosses. They're really slow, which makes them really easy to read. Ooh. Drink. I'm having a really hard time drinking for some reason. Ooh. Not paying attention. I'm looking at my UI trying to see what spells I have available. Any body slams? Man, I gotta get that gap closing ability that. Yeah, I'll go like Chief, First Prince of the Flowing Sands. Arhat gold piece. And a spark. Yarn, silk, that's all good. Peeling gold from an Arhat statue's face? How outrageous. There surely must be a reason behind such an act. Oops, I was not done. I know you guys are loving that I keep reading these. First Prince of the Flowing Sands. Hairless, yet strength prevails, bald and sturdy, never frail. Madness hides in mountain where winds sing, in dark gutters reigns as king. The yellow-furred rat had quelled the calamity caused by Fubon. I don't know what Fubon is. Earning the king's deep respect and being appointed as the royal sage. No matter the state of affairs or the minutia. Okay. You don't see that word very often. No matter the state of affairs or the minutia of daily life, the king would first seek his counsel. At the sage's suggestion, the king issued the Rodent Reverence Edict, prompting rodent guise from all around them to migrate into the city. The first prince, having distinguished himself in battle, was conferred the title of Brave General and was basking in his success. However, he was deeply displeased that a Gwai sage had stolen his shine. Using the pretext of the rodent guise causing trouble, he rallied court officials to petition for the royal sage's removal. Several upheavals ensued in the court, resulting in the deaths of many loyal to the prince, and even the third prince left in anger, yet the king's trust in the sage remained unshaken. On the sage's birthday, the entire kingdom worshipped his statue, and even the king paid a visit to the temple of royal sage himself to offer incense and prayers. Unable to contain his fury, the first prince overturned the incense table in public. Such an affront to royal authority could not be tolerated. Enraged, the king imprisoned the prince. The sage, however, was not angered and even spoke many good words for the brave general. Learning of the sage's intercession, the prince became even more convinced that he was a deeply scheming, evil Gwai, cursing him incessantly in his cell. The king, upon hearing this, grew more antagonized by the unruly son. Hence, he decreed that the prince needed strict discipline, ordering that his meals be delivered to the cell door thrice daily with no visitors allowed. Initially, the prince was very stubborn, but over time he softened and began to plead for mercy. Yet he remained defiant in his heart, constantly plotting to kill the rodents and avenge himself once he was free. One day his meal was late and he was growing anxious. Then he heard the sound of a key turning and the cell door unexpectedly opened. After waiting for a while and seeing no one enter, he walked out himself. To his astonishment, the guards and officials bustling about outside were no longer human. They all became rats dressed in robes. The prince thought it was what the sage had led the rodent guise. The prince thought it was that the sage had led the rodent guise to usurp the throne, and in his panic, he charged into his father's golden hall. A short, stout rat, speaking in his father's voice, called out to him. This must be an impostor. The prince grabbed a guard's sword and struck at the king. Chaos erupted in the hall. Only the royal sage brought forth a bronze mirror for the prince to see himself. In the reflection, there was no trace of the brave general, only an enormously fat rat. Okay, so the sage turned this kingdom into rats? So that means the little rat was the king. I should have guessed that already because... So in the rat that I killed earlier, the one with the mace, the smaller one but bigger one, was the second son. So we have yet to find the first son. I keep trying to go look at a map, but isn't there... I kind of want to head back now and go the other direction. And rest at the shrine. Is there... Let's rest. Is there anything new? No, not yet. Nope. Alright. Let me look at this gear. Bronze brocade battle robe. Feels additional. Crashing their mobilization, that's right. And this is the new stuff. In cloud step, shining black wind will attack enemies nearby. The destined one and the decoy continues. And these are the guards that go with them, but the Guan Yin ones, these look like they go with them. Oh, maybe not quite. They're pretty close though. Wasn't expecting to come in here and get into a boss fight, so we're gonna go head back up here because I know that there's a. It's weird that these rats are all speaking. They almost sound Scottish, like the headless musician. You. Oh. There is another one. How am I missing this guy every time? I really need to put a point into the gap closer. They almost set me on fire. Did I got a spark, right? Yeah, I did. Self-advance, let's do... No. Foundation? Martial arts, yes. Each talent level significantly increases the engaged distance. Yeah, I feel like we need to do that. Because I'm tired of like swinging at the air. Okay. Chest. Blood of the Iron Bull. Got a lot of gold to sell too. Looks like that was it. That's a good thing I came back here then. I can proceed with a clear conscience. I don't know if any of you guys are like me, but like I feel like I have to go explore everything. And so if I feel like I start going the right way, I immediately stop and turn around like I just did to go discover the other areas that I think are the wrong way. That way I can progress without having to come back later. Although that does kind of take some of the fun away of re-exploring. But that's how I played like Elden Ring and stuff like that and Dark Souls and all that. I went through and found everything I could possibly find. Alright, we'll go ahead and rest at the shrine one more time, too. We'll continue on. Not seeing a ranged attack in this game, though, so... Dealing with those other enemies, the ones that are out of reach, it's going to be frustrating.
We are in dire times.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that guy. Back up. Oh. Good lord. Okay. We're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. I hate wasting... gourds. It's not that big of a deal, but, like, to come out of a shrine to immediately get, like, targeted this hard is frustrating. Shut your mouth. Gosh. Oh, that's annoying. Jeez, thought he broke me there for a second. I gotta remember those guys can leap. Okay, and these blaze bones are here. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all dropping silk. I have already crafted everything at this point, so... At least until a new set of gear comes along. Did I go down there? It looks like it's connected to that area I've already been, but... Just doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Guess if you fall off. Sorry, I know it's frustrating. I keep running back and forth to the same areas, but I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. What is that thing? Like a ferret. Figures. Oh, sorry. In my attempt to not sneeze in the mic, I scratched it up with my headphones. Oh. Loading screen. What is that thing? Like a crystal? Oh, what? Oh, it's a spirit. It's a bat. Oh, he's fast. Oh, he's still shooting at me. Yeah, okay, kind of getting you. It's pretty nice that it like pulls you away from their attack range like that. Swift bat. In shadows deep, the bat guai lies, far from clamor under the skies. In moonlit hues, blood it sips, as though yellow wind it slips. After the harvest, the rent man arrived in the village. The rent man, okay. The villagers cleaned a long abandoned manor for his stay and treated him to a sumptuous feast. Full from food and drink, the village chief spoke directly. The rent is a heavy burden on us. The rent. Okay. Is there any possibility to reduce it? Okay, so it is literally rent. Okay, so this is a rent collector. The rent collector. Why didn't you just call him that? The rent collector replied, "The rent has been determined by your lord. I'm but a paid man tasked with taking what is due. I have no power to change it." The talk turned into an unending argument. As dusk approached, the villagers hastily left. An old widower lingered, offering a suggestion to the rent man. "Our village offers little amusement, but on that hill there's a pavilion fine for moon gazing. Should you grow weary, 'tis a place to ease your mind." With these words, he too departed. That night, the rent man, lantern in hand, pondered his ledgers and the days of disputes ahead. Seeking solace, he walked toward the pavilion, but as he stepped into the courtyard, a figure descended with wings of flesh, claws, and claws for hands, and a maw of pointed teeth. Terrified, he fled, only to be ambushed by a similar creature lurking in the trees. The bat guys squabbled over him for the first bite, chittering and chattering. Seeing them locked in a stalemate, the rent man drew a blade from his belt and beheaded one. The other sprang, fangs bared towards him, but he dodged it with a struggled roll. That night, the rent man and the bat dogfighted. Fangs and blade clashed until dawn. Come morning, villagers come to the manor to prepare the rent man his morning meal, only to find him sitting by the door, a blade at his side, pinning two headless bat corpses to the earth. In the days that followed, they paid their full rent and hosted another rich feast, sending the rent man back to the town with due respect, as you should. As you should. That's impressive for a debt collector. A small piece of gold speckled with bits of stone. Where do they come from? Perhaps they should be traded at the keeper's shrine. I keep trying to go in here to look for a map. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I don't think I've even played a game recently that you press pause to look at a map. Maybe I'm thinking it's like Elden Ring. That's interesting. Oh, is this the spirit of the bat? I completely forgot about it. Swift bat. Take the form of swift bat, unfurl your wings, and stir up gravel to strike incoming foes. Moderately increases stamina recovery. Oh, that's their... Oh, okay. What does the wolf do? Grants a small amount of additional focus on hit. Oh, okay. Moderately increases poison damage and poison resistance. What do you do? Moderately reduces the stamina cost for staff spin. Okay. Considerably increases defense. Oh. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good overall. I'm kind of liking the Wandering White. Which one's the... I'm guessing that hidden path back there might be the... May be a dead end. I don't want to go that way. Fragrant jade flower seeds. Oh, okay. Guardian enthusiast but yield. Okay. I haven't met a gardening enthusiast yet. Oh, I can't really do that with these guys. Should really think about that. Okay. Oh, I wasted that. Okay. That's pretty good. Yep. I don't think he did that on purpose, but that was pretty cool. He perched on the log there. Go ahead and fly at me. Oh! The lunge. Celestial nunnery pill. This is the maximum stamina, yeah. Can I get health? Actually, can I get mana? Mana has been more of the issue than anything else. I don't really ever use spells in Souls games, but granted, these are more like abilities than spells, but I enjoy using them. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Crouching Tiger Temple. Oh, licorice seeds. Okay, I can guess what they do. Are we actually going to fight these tiger people? The tiger guys? I'm interested to see them. I don't think I have anything in particular to do. Go ahead and sell these, though. We'll go ahead and rest. I don't think I have anything to... So I don't think I can upgrade my gourd unless I go back to that monkey. What do you have? Have you gained anything else? Oh, I can only buy the two? Dang. Okay. I have to remember to use my medicines in the fight. I never do that either. I never use those in any games either. Tiger subduing pellets. Those are, I think those increase critical hit chance. Oh, it's a lot of blood. That's a big carcass. Like cows? Giant centipedes. Ugh. Blood of the Iron Bull. Got a lot of those. Just another item? No. An offering of more centipedes. Oh, meditation spot. Statues are headless. Okay. We'll go ahead and spend this point, and then I think I'm going to change my gear. Wear the new stuff. Grants more focus when the second. Yeah, I'm going to put one in here. Each talent slightly increases the charging speed. Yeah, we're going to do that. Inventory. This is the seeds. Yeah. Journal. Meditation spot. Alright, we'll go ahead and change the equipment. Shrouding black wind will attract the enemy. We'll keep that one on for now. I like this set. This set's pretty cool looking. Centipedes everywhere. I'm expecting this to be a tiger, but yeah. Ooh, he's crazy looking. That's a lot of blood.
Bloody hell. What's the hold up this time? Suck your offerings and go breed more rats. If you dare to muck up the king's practice again, I'll serve your dimwit son up for supper. Myself. Ain't you that old loser? Where'd you come from? You bird-faced mug. Who cares anyway? I'll gobble you up first.
Tiger Vanguard, okay, yeah. Oh, can't dodge far enough away from that.
With your rubbish trick. Get out here.
Ooh. Oh, that did some damage. That was... This guy's got some martial arts. Oh!
Fancy running through yet? You're tested.
Ow! Drink? Oh no!
They all need the
I was doing really well. He does a lot of damage. He's cool. I like his martial arts moves. Alright. Round 2. He hit? Come on. Oh! Oh, and he can hit me through it.
Lay waste. I'll break you.
Oh, that move. There's a lot of staggers in his moves. Not staggers, but delays. He delays a lot. Yeah. That one, man.
Take this.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Some of those moves are just, there's no tell. I mean, obviously he put his hand on the sword. I didn't know he was gonna just insta-dash me. He's got a lot of moves in his repertoire. He does a lot of damage too. Alright. I like this. I like this. Kind of. It's... Like I said, I like it when it's challenging. I die a few times. I like that. But this is challenging for a different reason, because he just gets a few hits and you're pretty much dead after a few hits. But I like it. That little leg sweep, man, that's annoying. There it is. I was ready for it that time. Ah, those delays always get me. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that. There you go.
Run into you.
Yeah. Oh! Wow, he broke out of that fast. Woo!
Right. With your rubbish tricks.
What?
Get out there!
Oh, man. His combos just keep going.
Take this!
Gosh. I need to probably keep Smash on for counter. Woo! I love this guy. Oh, am I gonna learn stone form? This is what looks like the parry.
This body of yours is perfect for the art of rock solid.
Rock solid spells solidify the body like a rock to parry incoming attacks. That's what I was looking for, the parry. Wait, it's a spell and I don't... I'll have to check it when I go back. It doesn't look like I... Sorry, I'm gonna use them on this. Get this maxed out. But I didn't unlock a 4th spell slot. So do I have to give one up? Sorry, we're gonna go ahead and finish or read this, and that'll be the finish of this when I get back to the shrine. Tiger Vanguard. Majestic and grand, with a fierce display, striped coat, eyes like lightning's ray. In the blood pool, its wrath does rise, with bronze head and iron tail, it terrifies. The tale began centuries past when the journeyers crossed Yellow Wind Ridge. In those days, the old Tiger Vanguard lost his life seizing the Tang monk. He left behind 2 sons who, once orphaned, had to fend for themselves. Wait a minute. Is this going to be the tiger that attacked... One of the sons of the tiger that attacked Chipitaka in the very beginning of the story? Yeah, monkey... Okay. The mountain groves lay in ruins. The Tiger brothers led the remaining lesser Guais in a bitter struggle for survival. Fortunately, their father had taught them enough to make a living. As the sandstorms ebbed, Rock Guais slowly restored the groves to their former state. The elder Tiger, following his late father's ways, governed the Yaoguais in the mountain. Each knew their place and dared not prowl forth to prey on the living. Later, mortals, drawn by the lush peaks and clear springs, built a village amid the slopes. The elder Tiger gained renown as a deity in the mountain, with the principle, devour the evil and shield the good. The villagers built a crouching tiger temple for the brothers, offering rich tributes that made their lives even more blissful. Yet long had the younger nursed a grievance. His elder brother reaped all the glory in people's words on the tigers in the mountain. That was weirdly... Again, these are weirdly written sometimes. He believed his brother earned this merely by dint of a few more years of life. Another century turned, and Yellow Wind Sage returned to Yellow Wind Ridge with a host of rat guais. The younger tiger declared that it was the sage's negligence that had doomed their father. He clamored to slay the sage in vengeance, urging his brother to drive off the rats. Deeming this just, the elder agreed. But in that fight, the sage unleashed a vessel like a bodhisattva's severed head, with its gale sharp as an edge. In a single clash, the younger tiger fell grievously wounded. For the life of his little brother, the elder tiger at once cast down his arms and knelt in surrender. The sage held no grudge. After learning the brothers' origin, there's no typo, the brothers' origin, he even granted the surrender of the title of Vanguard. When the younger brother woke and learned his brother now served as the Vanguard, he seethed in disbelief. The brothers quarreled bitterly until the younger stormed off, severing all ties with the only family he had left. In the Tiger Vanguard's eyes, that yellow-furred rat had twice destroyed his family and left them broken and scattered. He hated him for that, but he was no fool. As long as the rat had protection from the higher ones, what more could a tiger do beyond venting his rage by devouring a few lesser rats each day? Maybe it's not them. Keenness of Tiger. The mysterious gadget from on Tiger Vanguard's body has a strange shape and might be used to unlock a certain mechanism. Okay. This is one of the things I need, I'm assuming. Okay, so I'm still missing an item, it looks like. Sternness of stone. Okay. What did I get from the tiger? Keenness of tiger. And sternness of stone. Okay. Rock solid. Do I have to okay. So I'm assuming B is going to be your transformations, yes. X is your mysticisms, and Y is your alterations. Okay. What's the bottom? Oh man, I have to give up Cloud Step for that though. I like Cloud Step too. I'll have to try it though. Okay. See if I can find a shrine real quick. So I need another of his lackeys? The sage's lackeys? Oh! Yeah, I was ready this time. Alright. Yeah.
Who goes there? Take it down!
Ugh. Got a cool spear. Are you gonna... Oh. Charges real fast with that. It's like monkeys. Copper pill. Another soak, I'm assuming. Yeah. After using the gourd, the next rock solid casts no mana for a short duration. Really? Bet that could be useful. Oh! Hello. Gotta read it. Withered corpse. In my lowly life, the end is here. Soul adrift, my body lingers there. Okay, doesn't rhyme. Once suffered the wicked wind's cruel sting, no peace shall wandering ever bring. In the shadow of Yellow Wind Ridge, where gusts weave labyrinths of sand, trade seldom reaches here save for a lone hamlet downhill, the only bazaar in the land. Among the market stands an Everlife shop stood as the sole purveyor of coffins. On that fateful day, the shopkeeper idled inside when a man of lumbering gait entered, garbed like a beggar. As the shopkeeper rose to shoo him away, the man spoke. "Hold, sir. I've come not to beg, but to buy coffins." With quiet words, he told of his village laid to ruin by bandits and his need for 4 coffins to lay the dead to rest. Suspicious but intrigued, shopkeeper agreed to a trade in their native herbs, suoyang and kongrong. Shopkeeper gathered his lads and followed the man with 4 coffins on an ox cart. Laboring through sand and wind, they reached the village at dusk. Here the man muttered, "All life ends and returns to earth. These winds can do harm, and if our bodies are not properly buried, our souls might be twisted. Please, sir, bury my family with these coffins. We had Soy Yang and Kong Rong in our hearth. Take as much as you like. And with that, he vanished. Entering the village, the shopkeeper found all living things slaughtered, not a soul left alive. There, before a grand dwelling, lay the man and his kin long dead. Hurriedly, they entombed the four corpses atop a scenic cliff, took nothing, and fled for their lives. They're zombies. These are zombies, basically. Oh, he's not too far away. He gave me a Yao Guai core. Nice. All right, this is gonna end it. I will probably swap the spell real quick. Set spell. We'll change Cloud Step out for Rock Solid. It's active for 15 seconds. If the enemy strikes the rock upon transformation, they shall be deflected, which grants a perfect chance to counterattack. Though the spell may seem simple, timing is crucial. Cast it too early or too late, and it won't work. Beware, enemies who possess powerful moves may shatter the rock. Okay. Okay, we'll see how useful it is if bosses are going to smack right through it, you know? But anyways, that'll do it. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I apologize again for the congestion and the light talking, although I did a lot of talking this time. But thanks for hanging around, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.